Hi, Barbara. Thanks for joining the Life Exchange group again. It's so good to see you. And you've kindly come back to give us 5 more foods for immune boosting and to answer some of the questions for people who've been posting on the Facebook group. So I hope you've had a good week so far, and I'll let you fire away with your foods.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you again for having me, and thanks for all the questions as well.
Yeah.
On the site. So that's great. We're going to get to those today. One of the really interesting private messages that I got was about weight loss. Everyone seems to be getting bigger, so we'll have to tackle that at some time. So I've gone big with my glasses today.
I love
That's
those
not
glasses.
the only thing that's getting bigger. So anyway, today I'm just going to add another 5 foods to what I did in the last video and answer the questions. So for those of you who didn't watch the first video, the 5 immune boosting foods I talked about there was shiitake mushrooms, turmeric, which was activated with some black pepper, lemons, adding those, apples, and macadamia nuts. So hopefully you got everyone got those on their shopping list last week. So another 5 to add this week are, number 1, garlic. So garlic has a concentration of a sulfur compound called allicin, and that really helps to boost our immune system, plus tastes fantastic in lots of foods. And I never used to like garlic so much before when I was doing all my one-to-ones or giving presentations in big groups and people come and talk to you, because I was always worried about garlic breath. But now in lockdown, I'm having
every day.
much garlic. Every day. So yeah, we'll see what happens after lockdown. Maybe I'll lessen what I'm having, but it's working so far. So the next food I want everyone to have is pineapple. Now, pineapple is packed with vitamin C, as I spoke about in the last video. We don't produce or store our own vitamin C, so we do need to be getting that from a source. And last video was about lemons. This one's about pineapple, but pineapple has a double whammy because it contains bromelain, which is a digestive enzyme. So if you're feeling bloated, eating too much rich food, too much pasta, if you're one of those ones hoarding the pasta and eating pasta, then definitely get some raw, fresh, not tinned pineapple into your diet, and it will really help bring that bloating down. The next one is ginger. So I love anti-inflammatory foods. The 2 cookbooks I've written, Rainbow Recipes and Eat to Be Fit, are all anti-inflammatory. And I'm going to talk about that when I answer the questions later. So it's important to reduce the inflammation, and ginger really does that. It enhances your immune response as well as reducing inflammation. So I make my own chai tea, which is what I have here, and I put fresh ginger in it as well. I put turmeric, I put black pepper, cardamom pods, cloves, star aniseed, and I boil it all up in like a cauldron on my stove. No, I boil it up in a pan. And then I strain it, and so I make my own fresh chai instead of buying it in a pack. So yeah, it's beautiful. But adding that fresh ginger, all those herbs as well, are really anti-inflammatory as well as immune boosting. So we've got garlic, we've got pineapple, we've got ginger. Number 4 is salmon or walnuts, for those of you who might be vegetarian or vegan. And why I've chosen this one is because both are really high in omega-3 fatty acids. So we need those omega-3s to, again, reduce the inflammation, but it's really good kind of brain and nerve and hormone food as well. And I find everyone's moods are kind of up and down and roller coastering. Mine too, you know, I'm feeling the stress as well. And so I'm having a lot more omega-rich foods just to, again, moisturize from the inside out, but keep the moods and the brain ticking over as much as possible.
That's a good one.
The last one is green tea. So if I'm not making pure chai tea, then I'm having green tea. Now, green tea has a lot of germ-fighting antioxidants. So it's great. Not only does it boost your immune system, it does have a bit of caffeine, so you're going to pick yourself up. But it contains an amino acid called L-theanine. So that L-theanine drip feeds that caffeine through the body over a 4-hour period. Unlike coffee, where you get like this jolt, right, of caffeine, which can give some people the jitters, and then you also get the crash. You don't get that with green tea at all. So it's really good. And I lived in Japan for 10 years, so I really acquired a beautiful taste for it and heard lots of stories of how samurai warriors would have green tea before they went into battle to keep their mental clarity and focus and energy up. So, you know what? I'm you know, feel
You're
like
on the green
I'm in
tea.
a bit of a battle now. So there we go. Get the green tea going. So,
Yeah.
So adding, we now have 10 foods I want on everyone's list, right?
Yeah.
So today's 5 are garlic, pineapple, ginger, either salmon or walnuts, and green tea, added to the 5 from the previous week: shiitake mushrooms, turmeric, lemon, apple, and macadamia nuts. So do you know what? We're going to be supercharging everybody here in the group.
I know. And I was just thinking as well, with the turmeric, you can make that into drinks as well, can't you? Sort of, and you know, you've got your smoothies and you've got different ways of incorporating all these ingredients into your, what you're digesting every day.
And it's about getting back and being creative, you know, get the cookbooks out, and, you know, get some inspiration, plan with the family. You know, we have this time in lockdown to change things. I put myself on little 30-day challenges, and I just feel you got to be fueled up to give back. We're going to be getting back to normality soon. Well, a new normality. And so we got to be fueled up for that. And so we're feeling effervescent and great to, you know, give back. And, you know, food just plays such a great role in our daily physical and mental performance. So why not be the best you can?
Exactly. And 21 days to form a new habit. So we'll probably have that in some form or another. So yeah, it's a good time.
Definitely. Right. So I'm going to answer, wow, we had lots of questions online.
We did.
So thank you for those. I'm not going to mention names. I'm just going to mention the topic and then what I suggest people do. So foods to help with facial dry skin. That's a really good one. Yeah, because you know what? I'm feeling locked in a little bit more, and my skin's have been a bit drier. So I have actually topically done a scrub and a good moisturize as well. But from the inside, I'm eating more avocados, walnuts. Remember I talked about walnuts being great in omega-3 and those seeds, because of the essential fatty acids. We want to moisturize from the inside out. And please, 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 don't forget to drink lots of water, filtered water.
Good point.
Hydration is so imperative now as well. The next question I had was about menopausal foods. Oh my God, I could do like a whole program on this. Menopausal foods. Okay, the thing is that menopause is unique to most people, okay? There's so many things that change, and there's so many symptoms and so many foods that you can add. So the main thing I'm going to talk about is having an anti-inflammatory diet. Okay, that will give, if you have dumping the junk and having an anti-inflammatory diet will give you a really good baseline to make other additions that you can add in there. But again, essential fatty acids and all the immune boosting foods that I've talked about will definitely help. And hydration. If one of those symptoms, because they didn't give me symptoms that they were suffering of, if one of the symptoms is around hot flushes, please remember water regulates your temperature. So again, drinking lots of water and doing that. But if you want to put more questions around it, we could do a whole menopause section as well. Gut flora foods. Yeah, this is really good. You know, 80% of your immune system sits in your gut. So it's really important we get that working properly. Again, an anti-inflammatory diet and dumping the junk will help. But I love fermented foods. I mentioned I lived in Japan for 10 years. And of course, they use a lot of fermented foods. They use miso. They use lots of fermented pickles like a sauerkraut, kimchi as well. So again, you just need to go to any Polish supermarket and you can buy the most amazing sauerkrauts from like £1. But if you're local, I use the discount health food store and they have a great sauerkraut there. by, I think it's the Cultured Food Company, if I remember correctly, and Discount Health Food Store in Winton and in Westbourne, still open. Order online, they can deliver.
Fabulous.
So that's a fantastic one. Foods for acne. Yeah, this was really great. Again, anti-inflammatory diet. What is acne? It's inflamed. It's inflamed skin. Hydration as well. But again, so many different things can be causing the acne, from hormone imbalance to stress to even not cleansing your body properly, or not sleeping well, not changing your sheets, always having clothes around the area. So much. But get the kale out. Kale is wonderful, really high in electrolytes as well as the minerals that will help calm the skin down. Lemons are super, sweet potatoes, and berries, you know, really high potent antioxidants you need to help. Vegetarian proteins was another one. Okay, loads of vegetarian proteins. And again, making sure you're eating a variety of these. Nuts and seeds and eggs, tofu, lentils, beans, chickpeas, peas themselves, hemp, spirulina, quinoa. Get creative.
Yeah.
You know, so my daughters all eat different things at different times, and they go through different phases. And so you know, it is about giving them the variety as well, and they love sort of switching between vegetarian, vegan, being a carnivore sometimes when they feel like it as well. You know, we get everything, and I'm very non-judgmental. I want them to be intuitive. I want them to try these things, and I want them to understand how their body feels, and I will be guided by them. I don't push them on that kind of stuff. And so when they're in their vegetarian, vegan stages, you know, it is around the good quality proteins, because a lot of vegetarian, vegan food, I feel, is really high in the wheat and processed stuff. Yeah. And so we're fairly wheat free here. So again, getting back to some cooking and being creative around that.
Yeah.
Another question, and this is the final question I'm going to answer today, was about boosting your immune system after chemotherapy. Boosting your immune system after chemo is exactly the same as boosting your immune system to protect and correct in the 10 foods I've already spoken about. So again, anti-inflammatory diet, hydrating properly, and making sure you're taking a look at your environment. So again, when I talk about boosting immune systems or working with people, I'm a practitioner of epigenetics, and what that actually is, when I studied epigenetics, was that's the messaging that your DNA gets from your environment. And so we need to look at a 360 view of someone's lifestyle, anywhere from their exercise to what they're eating, to what, you know, mentally they're thinking, you know, their house, their personal care products, their water sources. There's so many different things that can contribute to someone's wellness, but it's the messaging that we're constantly giving our DNA, which can make a big difference there as well. So keep the questions coming, and we'll probably carry on with another 5 foods in another video.
Yeah, that'll be great. So we'll we aim to come back next week, and if there's any more questions from everybody, let us know, and we will be back next week.
Sounds perfect. Sounds great. Have a supercharged week, everyone.
And you. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.